My name's Poppy Villiers-Stewart and I'm a Community Empowerment Officer. I'm working on the Hop Store, which is a new block here in Finzels Reach. You can see it back there. And it's the beginning of a new community, which is really exciting. Like, we're starting from a completely blank slate, an empty block, and over the last month, 2 months, we've had 55 units worth of residents move in, which is it's a really exciting prospect for a community empowerment officer. Like, often you'll come into a community that's already been functioning and there may be problems that are going on and kind of a history of issues, and so starting like this means you can try and get off on the right foot, like right from day one.
Well, my favorite thing is it's a new build property and it's all nice and tidy, nice and clean, and it's also centrally located, which is very handy because I don't have to use a bus if I want to get anywhere around the city centre, and I've got to save lots on transport expenses.
Well, to start with, my first plan was to try and develop friendships and connections between the residents to build like a sense of neighbourliness. So I ran 2 fish and chip suppers, and they took place actually on the weeks when lots of residents were moving in. The idea behind that is that obviously it's very stressful moving in and you don't necessarily have time to cook, or you haven't even got your cooking things out of the boxes yet. So we thought it'd just be really practical, supportive thing to put on a few big meals in the evenings so that they could just pop down and in the middle of their packing, pop down, have some food, say hello to some of their new neighbours, then go back up again. And we got really good turnout, which is fantastic. Right, so this is to welcome everybody into the block because I'm so excited there's all these beautiful people arriving at last. And I thought I'd read out this beautiful quotation. I hope that this will be the kind of spirit of our community. So it says, "Do all in your power to be as one, for you are all the flowers and sweet herbs from the same one garden." Beautiful. So that's the vision for all of you guys. So the other thing I'm trying to focus on as a community empowerment officer is to skill up the residents. So if they're interested in a certain area of work, or if they want to volunteer and run a group, for example the play group, then I'm trying to offer them training so they can actually do that better.
It gave me a better insight into how events should be managed. I realized it's not just about sitting down and jotting some plans and then trying to put them into action, put what I've written down into action, but it's more than that. It involves detailed planning. You have to think about what you want to do. Hop Store Community Club is all about bringing people together so they can bringing people, not just anybody, the Hop Store community and Finzels Reach community together, so we can know each other. It was started originally for Hop Store, but eventually I've got a vision of expanding it further.
Also, 2 or 3 of the residents have got together and formed what they call the Hop Store Social Club, and they're kind of a committee that run the club. And what their idea is that once a month they're going to put on some kind of fun activity that gets people together, especially focusing on maybe people who'd otherwise be quite lonely and sort of just sitting on their own in their apartment on a Saturday night, which is no way to spend a weekend.
We're going to hope.
Ready, get set, go!
What happened? I don't know what.
We decided to run a curtain making workshop where Nightstone actually purchased the fabric for the material for the curtains, and we brought in a volunteer sewing instructor who was fantastic.
Poppy and I had this vision of creating a happy, united, safe community. If you're happy, you know,
It's one of my best places I've lived.